Here's a costing graph here for William, who owns and runs dog kennels, and this is just for one day, okay? And the cost depends on the number of dogs he's got in the kennels. So in part A, it says, why does the graph not pass through 0, 0? Okay, if it were to pass through 0, 0, what that would mean is then, if there were no dogs in the kennels, okay, if it was completely empty, he'd have no costs, he'd have no bills at all. And that's not strictly true, isn't it? Because if you think about it, he's still got to keep these kennels in order, okay, and opened. He's still got rent to pay, okay, council tax, heating, lighting bills, and so on, right? Even if there's no dogs there. So the reason why it doesn't pass through 0, 0 is that he's got these fixed costs, doesn't he? That he's got regardless of how many dogs are there. So in part B, it says, what is the increase in the daily running cost for each additional dog that is kept in the kennels? Now, when we're looking at how it increases, we need to look at the gradient, okay? Right, so then we can get the change in price for each additional dog, okay? Or the increase in price for each additional dog. So when you draw the gradient here, okay, we've already got a straight line here, so we just need to draw a triangle, okay? So pick two nice points. Those 2 points are nice there, so it doesn't matter how big your triangle is, as long as you've got 2 points. And you could see then that our step across has gone from 10 to 60, so that'll be 50 across. And then we've gone from 50 up to 250, so that's 200 up. Okay, so then to get the gradient, you just do the rise divided by the step. So the gradient would be the rise divided by the step. In my case there, I've got 200 divided by 50. The zeros cancelled, so I just get 4. What that is saying is each additional dog costs £4 extra. Okay, because we worked that out from the gradient. That's how it's increasing. Okay, £4 extra per dog. Okay, that's why it's going up our line. So it says then, Frida also runs a dog kennels. The cost of keeping 20 dogs in her kennels for one day is £130. She knows that as the number of dogs increases, the overall cost increases at the same rate as in William's kennels. Display this information on the graph paper opposite. Okay, so we know this important line here, the overall cost increases at the same rate, okay, as the number of dogs increase. Now you see that same rate, that means it's got the same gradient, okay? So it's got the same slope. In other words, each extra dog costs £4, okay? So what we can do to start with now, if she's got 20 dogs there, we just need to appreciate here, each of these dogs is costing £4, okay? So the cost for 20 dogs will be 20 lots of £4, which is £80. So the dogs will cost £80. So then if we've got £130 for one day, obviously then the extra amount then just accounts for the fixed costs. Okay, so she's actually paying 130 because she's got £50 fixed costs. So you just take it away. She's paying £80 for the dogs because each of them are £4. So there's £50 then for fixed costs. So when I draw my line here, I need to have it going through £50 there when there's no dogs, and then I need to have a line which has exactly the same slope as this here. Okay, now you could draw it so that it looks the same, but you know what, a better way is appreciating that the gradient is 4, so for every 1 you go across, you're going to go up 4. Okay, so if I go across 10, then I'm going to go up then 4 times that, so I'm going to go up 40, so it'll be here and go through there, 90. So I draw my line like that, and then it says find the cost of keeping 30 dogs for one day in Frida's kennels. While 30 dogs, you can see then the cost there will be £170. Okay, that's what I've got there. 170.